Can working out only a fraction of the time yield the same results? Nah. Welcome, I'm John Health and Fitness. No miracles, real life. Speaking of miracles, a study came out about a week ago that made the claim that engaging in 15 minutes of intensive strength training 3 days a week would yield the exact same results as if you engaged in intensive strength training for an hour 3 days a week. Is this true? Well, only technically, and only because of the way the study was designed. Let's break it down. First of all, the main conclusion of the study is actually very legitimate and very important. And that is, relatively small amounts of time invested in physical exercise, done the right way, can have a material effect on your health and well-being. So yes, 15-minute bouts of intensive strength training 3 days a week will make you stronger. That's the good news, and it really is good news. I think a lot of people get demotivated at the thought that they have to spend hours in the gym to get any result at all, and that's just not true. It really depends on your goals. You can get a real bang for your buck with relatively modest inputs. Now, it's not easy, right? This is intensive weight training. This is going to failure non-stop, basically, for 15 minutes. So it's not easy, but it's a relatively small investment in time, and it will get you results. But will you get the exact same results if you put in 3, 4, 5 times the effort? Well, the way this study was designed was the way all studies really are designed, and this is legitimate. You basically look at all the variables you're dealing with. You hold them all constant except for one. You change that one variable and see what happens. Make observations. Then you can be reasonably assured that that one change you made is what's making the difference in your observations. The problem is that they skipped a dynamic variable, and that is if you increase the length of time you're working out, and this is intensive strength training, without making accommodations for recovery time, without changing that, you've changed the whole study. This kind of intensive weight training they were doing was total body, head to toe, every muscle group, 3 days a week. You do that for 15 minutes, 2 to 3 days recovery between periods, that might be enough. It was enough in this study. But if you're doing it for 4 to 5 times, 60 to 70 minutes of intensive weight training, full body, with only 2 days of recovery, 3 at the max. Look, I used to do that. I did that in the 80s. It was basic circuit weight training. I used to use Nautilus machines. I had strength gains. I was also in my 20s. This study focused on people primarily in their 20s who are already conditioned. And when you're talking about that population group, they can withstand that kind of assault. It surprised me a little bit they got even the equal strength gains as the 15-minute group, considering how much they were hammering their body. But again, as a general population rule, they were probably the population most likely to be able to withstand that. If I were to do that today, and I wasn't doing it intensively back in the 80s, if I were to do intensive total body weight training 3 days a week, I would get weaker, I would be tired, and it would compromise my immune system. I know this because I've done it as recently as 10 years ago, and I stopped for those reasons. You need that recovery time. And so to take away the proper lessons from this study, and I'll throw a link down in the description, is yes, absolutely, 15 minutes of intensive strength training will yield you results. Keep in mind that it's not exactly 15 minutes. You should have a warm-up and a cool-down and the like, but still a relatively modest investment of time will make you stronger. But you can get even stronger than that if you like, and the way you do it is you don't do total body workouts. Any trainer creating a program for someone who has that kind of time to put in an hour plus 3 days a week purely into their strength training is going to hit different body parts different days of the week. So you can do a compound movement upper body workout, followed 2 days later by lower body or leg day as people often call it, followed by maybe some isolation movements for upper body and so on. What you do then is you're working out intensively, still 3 days a week, long periods of time, but you're allowing the body parts that you hit one day to have 3, 4, 5 days of recovery in between. That's the way you do intensive strength training if you have that kind of time, and you will get better results than doing total body. But if you don't have that investment in time, and I've said this before when I'm dealing with clients and the like, if you don't, total body strength training is great. You just have to watch the intensity and length of time. As always, thanks for watching. I am John of John Health and Fitness. Check out my website, johnhealthandfitness.com. Hit that subscriber button and the alert bell to see more videos like these. and leave in the comments some of your own experiences with total body working out and kind of the periodization and recovery time you feel you've needed. Take care, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. I am John of John Health and Fitness. Check out my website, johnhealthandfitness.com. Hit that subscriber button and the alert bell so you get future videos like these.